right now we have joining us Dr. Kayode Adedayo. He is a sociopolitical technocrat, and it's such a pleasure to have you join us this morning, Doctor. Good morning.
Yes, as you said, I should jump into the program. I'm jumping into the program to also say that necessity is the mother of invention.
Oh my God. Dr. Kayode, you are an investigator. You're an FBI agent, I'm telling you. Thank you.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very well. So please, let's quickly take a look at this story, right? Experts demand transparency as fuel subsidy returns 1 year after. So I was asking my colleague Olumide, it is back. Did they ever remove it? What's your take on this story though?
My first question to you is, who are those experts?
Aha.
Who are those experts? Are these the people that went on rampage in 2011 or thereabout as we got same Nigerian group? Just because GJ3 increased the pump price with how many naira today? Are they the ones that are talking about? The so-called pastors and the so-called social critics and the so-called CSO then? Are those the experts? Now the question is this: to what extent have they done their investigations to know whether truly, or rather, to first of all define what subsidy is all about? 1. 2, to also know that truly, has government been subsidizing or ripping people off with that singular word, subsidy? Where am I coming from? Where am I coming from? Subsidy. Let anybody go and find out the meaning of subsidy. It is when the landing cost of fuel, let's use PMS now, is higher than, or rather is lower. Yeah, is landing cost is higher than the amount that they are selling to the public. Landing cost is higher than the amount being sold to the public. That is cost bigger than revenue. So that means there is a shortfall there. It is that shortfall that somebody pays for that is now known as subsidy. Are you with me?
Yes.
Now the question is, has NNPC been making profits or losses since all these days?
Well,
When they have been talking about subsidy. And my investigation had shown that even at 190 naira per liter, 190 naira per liter, NNPC was making a profit of 100 naira per liter. Which is not even supposed to be. Because petroleum product in Nigeria is supposed to be a socio-economic product. Even though you are supposed to make profit, there must be elements of social service there, because it belongs to us. This present tense National Assembly at inception also affirmed it, that NNPC was making 100 naira per liter when it was selling for 180 naira. That is an aspect. The second aspect, there was this policy of NPC there. Direct supply, direct purchase policy.
Yeah.
DSDP. Let anybody go and Google DSDP and then see whether the landing cost is supposed to be as high as what they are claiming now. Secondly, we are not even the so-called experts we are talking about. I'm not even asking some veritable questions. Like, where have they been keeping, or who has been keeping the revenue from other residuals from that crude oil refining? Because we are only been talking of PMS. Sometimes they will talk about AGO, not always. So, and some other derivatives from the cracking of that crude oil. Who has been keeping the revenue from it? Because they have been keeping all those things abroad. Who has been benefiting from? These are questions we have not been asking. Now, talking about subsidy removal or no removal or return, I will not count it as subsidy removal. It's all about fraud. Perpetration of fraud on we Nigerians. Because the government knows that, one, we have never been scientific in our approach to asking questions. Scientific in terms of getting raw data to support our analysis, just as I'm giving to you now. People don't investigate. People don't read. People just say, somebody said, what that person has said, have you found out whether it's the truth? How will you not be able to say your own to make it more acceptable? These are questions. So it has always been entrenchment and perpetuation of fraud on Nigerian citizens when they are talking about subsidy removal. Let me move further. I was reading somebody's submission yesterday that Obi said he was going to remove fuel subsidy. Kwakwako said he was going to remove fuel subsidy. Tinubu said he was going to remove fuel subsidy. And the article said it was going to remove fuel subsidy. I now said, now that Tinubu has removed it, why are people shouting? And I said, Mr. Man, have you ever found out how each of them were going to approach this and what they meant by removal of fuel subsidy?
Yeah.
Have you ever find out? Fuel subsidy, who knows? Who knows? Because I don't want it to be as if I am speaking for someone. Who knows? Whether someone out there had known the politics, the fraud behind fuel subsidy. I say, okay, I'm going to remove it. That is, by removing those things from the hands of those people that are milking us. By those people that are milking us. When you remove such, that does not mean the price of PMS will go up. It might even come down. It might even come down. Because all of them, they have different approaches they were going to use in removing this. Somebody like me now, if I become the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria today, I know what to do. I need to go back to ensure that, one, our refineries are working. Yeah. Our refineries are working. When our refineries are working, who now wants to be talking of subsidy? Who now wants to be talking about importation? Even before the refinery starts working, yes, you must still be importing little by little and all that. I will ensure that I don't put an encumbrance, further encumbrance to that policy of NNPC, direct supply, direct purchase. And then ensure that other residuals from the cracking of that crude oil comes back to Nigeria, whereby everybody will have a gain out of it. So, my dear, we have to ask those experts, where are they now that Nigerians are suffering from the so-called pains, exclusion pains of fuel subsidy removal?
All right, thank you very much for that submission. Let's move your thoughts to another bigger story from The Guardian. It says, "Seize presidential jet. Experts highlight strengths of Nigeria's case and caution on contractual impunity." My first question is, with this whole rabble-rousing, the National Assembly saying they did not approve this presidential jet, yet we have our president with the presidential jet in all its grandeur in Paris. So me and Vivian, I asked Vivian this very germane question: is the Constitution supreme in all this? Because the president swore an oath to abide by the Constitution, and every other thing that has happened just recently, getting this fund and procuring this presidential jet, does not go in line with the Constitution. So I'd like to put it to you: is the Constitution still supreme in this country?
You see, I have been telling a lot of people that when it comes to our Constitution, the Constitution is not having as much issue as some people are putting it. Rather, those that are operating it are the problems. Those that are operating it, that is we, the people, are the problems. The same Constitution we abandoned in 1963 was taken away by the Emirates. Until today, they are using it. Now, when a president, an elected executive, either in the presidency or in the states or the chairman of a local government, because an elected executive, goes against the Constitution, who are supposed to check such an executive rascality? That is why we have the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. You can imagine the last assembly saying, Buhari is our father. Whatever he asks us to do is what we will do. Is that normal? No, is that normal? It's not normal. Does the Constitution allow you to say that? So is it the Constitution that is wrong? Or the people managing it? Look at the judiciary. Look at the judiciary. We all know that, like some of them had been saying, a retired one, there was this retired justice in 2023, I think that, who talked about how corrupted the judiciary is presently.
Doctor, how corrupted?
There's another one that said it of recent. So, when you are talking about our Constitution, nothing is wrong with our Constitution, but those that are operating it. I'll also take you aback. I'm sorry. Let me also take you aback. Baba Sojo was proposing Nigeria or African democracy at that time. Fine that you are doing that, Baba. Good one. But how about the mindset of the people that will operate it? The mindset of the people. We did not be talking about glitches during election. When election is in progress and there is a glitch that contradicts what you have said to uphold as regards the guidelines and regulations, what are you supposed to do? You stop it.
You stop it, Doctor.
It's a lawn tennis game.
Yeah.
Listen, sorry, 1 second. I'm a lawn tennis player. When you are playing lawn tennis, you are not supposed to play in the rain. But when rain starts falling, that rain is regarded as a glitch. All you do is you stop the game after the rain, and then you have cleaned the tennis court. You continue the game.
Yeah. So what I
the constitution that you say you should not stop it.
What I hear you say is it's not the constitution, but the people operating the constitution. Now we have less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
I need you to quickly take a look at this story. 1 minute, please, before we go. It's on the front page of the Daily Trust. Police summon Ajero over alleged terrorism financing, and like Olumide said earlier on, treasonable felony. Ajero, the NLC chief, under investigation. What's your take on this?
The question is this: do they have their facts? There is what we call criminality. Okay. There's also what we call political vindication or political whatever. There's also what we call social also. Do you understand? So these things, are you pinning it on real criminality? Or because Ajero is a labor leader who has been seen or tagged as a problematic leader to the government? Is that why you are saying that? Because to what extent can you now accuse somebody of financing terrorism? Where are your facts and figures? You have to come up with the facts and figures for us to know. If truly using NLC be dealt with.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me today. Enjoy the rest of your day.